We're talking high school basketball with boys coach Will Copeland and girls coach Derek Crawford. And good morning to both you guys.
Good morning,
Appreciate you being with us this morning. And wow, what a ride it's been for Sylacauga High School. And Coach Crawford, we'll start with you. You guys just went through the regionals in Montgomery, and the march continues to Birmingham, and a familiar foe. We'll get to that in just a minute, but what about the regional qualifying in Montgomery?
First of all, I want to congratulate my girls once again, and just last week when you had me in here, I told you we are starting to play some of our better basketball. This team is starting to peak at the right time. And once again, I like this team.
All right. Winners and qualifiers out of 5A Central in Montgomery last week. You head on over to Birmingham for the Final Four on Wednesday. We'll get to that in just a minute. And Coach Copeland, same for you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Played very well last week. Especially our first game against Sumter County. The guys came out and just played really well, and we just got after them like we've tried to do all year, and we really wore them down that third and fourth quarter and with our pressure, and got some steals and some layups in the third quarter, and then won against Booker T in the finals.
And free throws were helpful as well.
Yes, sir. 30 out of 32 against Sumter Central in the first game.
Now, both the boys and girls headed to Birmingham for the Final Four on Wednesday, and like Montgomery, the format's kind of similar. You're playing back-to-back.
Back-to-back. Actually, it's been what, Coach, now about the last 3 weeks, only the sub-regional game. We haven't played back-to-back through the area tournament all the way through. It's been a blessing for us to play together for the last 3 weeks, and we get an opportunity to do it again on Wednesday.
The Winona Lady Dragons. You mentioned high school basketball. They're going to be in the immediate conversation.
Most definitely. Outstanding basketball team. We had an opportunity to play them back in November. Double overtime loss here in Sylacauga. We're very, very familiar with them as they are with us, and I think it will be one of the marquee matchups of the week.
No doubt about that. And, of course, the boys in Birmingham. I think it's said that it's the first time in the history of the school that both the boys and girls in the Final Four at the same time,
At the same location. In 1988, our boys won it all. They played in Tuscaloosa, and our girls were beat by Coffee at Decatur. And so both teams had an opportunity in 88 to participate in the Final Four, but it wasn't on the same location.
All right.
So history it is, because we're in the same
location. It's a history lesson on Daybreak this morning. Coach Copeland, what about the boys basketball team? Ready to go on Wednesday?
We're ready to go. Yes, sir. We've got a couple more days of practice, shoot around on Wednesday at UAB that morning. But we've got a tough opponent ahead of us, so we've got to spend the next couple of days fine-tuning what we do and just knowing a little bit more about them.
Well, talk a little bit about the opponent. Who are they? And you got a short window to prepare since you played in Montgomery late last week.
We play May Jemison High School, which is a combination of J.O. Johnson High School and Butler High School combined in one school.
High basketball territory right there.
Yes, sir. They're led by their coach, Jack Doss, who's over 800 wins, won more state championships than anybody in the history of the state of Alabama. They have a great player by the name of John Petty, who signed with the University of Alabama, picked Alabama over Kentucky. One of the top players in the nation, and we've got a big opponent ahead of us, but I'll always say our guys play hard, our guys are going to be ready to go, so I have confidence in our guys as well.
Both the boys and girls at Sylacauga High School, a very successful basketball season, and what are some similarities, and pose this to both of you, that you see in the boys and girls basketball programs, very unusual that we have the success that we have in boys and girls basketball, like here in Sylacauga?
First of all, it starts with the heads. We were extremely close. We're one program. We work with each other. He allowed his assistant, Coach Jones, to help me. Myself and Coach William assist him in whatever he needs. And it's just a program. It's not Sylacauga girls, it's not Sylacauga boys, it's Sylacauga basketball. And that's one of the things me and him talked about when he first got here. And you know, both of us lay our hat on working hard and playing great defense. And every week, you know, I see him and he'll pop in to see me and I'll tell him, don't you let me outwork you. And he'll like, what I'm doing wrong? It's not doing it wrong. Let's just keep each other motivated and let's continue to grind. What was about a month now we've been saying it?
Yeah.
For a month, at least once a week. Well, you know, hey, don't let me outwork you. Don't let me outwork
Coach?
you.
I think a lot of it is, you know, he's at my practice some, and he's welcome to step in anytime, and I watch his, and if I can steal something, an inbounds play or a drill or something he says or does, I do it because, you know, we work together, and, you know, I've said this before, there's a lot of wisdom to be gained from him, and I know that where he gained with Coach Douglas and Coach Martin, all the wisdom that they passed down to him, I know that being around people that work hard to know what it means to be successful is who you need to be around.
Coach Crawford, the young ladies at Sylacauga High School, of course, qualified out of the Central 5A at the Acadome at Alabama State University last week. The young ladies that names are on the marquee, so to speak, seem like they show up every game.
Yes, so far, and I really believe they will continue, and that's Kayla Dark, Tiara Dark, Brazier Richardson, Morgan O'Neill, Brianna Browning. But once again, I'm going to say this, we talked about it last week, my inside will have to have a presence in the Final Four, and that's Aria Turner, Brazier Richardson, Morgan O'Neill, Brianna Browning. We went to Montgomery, and we dominated the offense and defensive glass. Those are things that we will have to do when we go to Birmingham, and I think we'll have to be able to control the pace of the game. Our goal is to get them out of that press. We get them out of that press, we like our chances.
And of course, that double overtime loss to them back in November of 2016. Can you kind of look back at that game and kind of pick out some things? Well, if we'd have done this a little bit differently, or we know these ladies pretty well and we should be good to go.
We know them pretty good. We know them pretty good, and they know us as well. We didn't show anything. We went to the championship luncheon yesterday, myself, Coach, and Coach Jones, and these kids are confident. We're confident right now, and we played back in November, and we didn't show anything. We just played basketball.
Coach Will Copeland, the head basketball coach of the boys team in Sylacauga, who played well in Montgomery, and who you're looking to against a very good club coming up Wednesday afternoon?
We played overall very well as a team against Sumter Central, and ended up Malik Crawford was named MVP, Khalil Pope and Darian Garrett were named to the all-tournament team, and they logged a lot of minutes for us. Handling the ball and shooting free throws, and but we want to be a complete basketball team with everybody coming off the bench and contributing. It might not be for very long, but just contributing something and being part of what we're doing.
Both teams play Wednesday afternoon at the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center Coliseum, and a little road work over there, and I'm sure we want to remind the fans are headed over there to...
A lot of road work still going on over there right now, so fans needs to get out early. Get out early. A lot of congestion with construction work right there, and if they get out early, it won't be no problem getting in there.
Does preparation change for either one of the teams as you get to the Final Four? I mean, this is the last stop for sure. Well,
mines have somewhat. I've pulled back a lot to make sure we keep our legs on this. Big thing right now, you just want to be polished. We want to stay sharp in what we're doing. We do a lot of things on air. Also, I'm able to borrow a few of his guys to come in when we really want to get at it off his freshman team, which has been huge. That's been one of the biggest turning points for my team, is when I started using his ninth grade boys to compete against every day. So preparation, yes, I've pulled back a lot to make sure I have legs this late in the season. After 30 ball games, everybody's tired. But you got to manage these kids and just get them in, get them out. We've cut down our practice time anywhere from about 80 minutes to 90 minutes, and we get them in, get them out.
Coach Copeland, it seemed like that Sylacauga's boys team were able to handle the big arena at Alabama State. You got another big arena coming up this week too.
Yes, sir. I think last year we went to play at Alabama State and didn't handle it very well. And then this year we followed the same routine and came back, and I thought we played a lot better. We're going to shoot, like I said, at UAB Wednesday morning to get a feel for it. But our guys are fearless, and they're very confident and they're loosey-goosey sometimes a little too much, but I think they're going to be ready to play, and I think they are going to embrace the challenge that's put in front of them.
With the games that have been scheduled the way they have back-to-back for the last while, especially in tournament play, do you guys scout for one another? I know you got the girls, but you said a few minutes ago it was all about the Sylacauga program. Do you guys kind of look out for one another?
That's one thing we do. We look out for one another, and Coach Copeland's plate is really full. He have Coach Jones, but he don't have an assistant at the school on site, so I don't bother him as much. But if he sees something, he doesn't hesitate to tell me. And since day one, it's been the same way. He said, if you see it, say something to me or say something to the kid. But he got an outstanding assistant coach in Coach Jones. I don't have to say very much. So I said to him, it's a unique situation for both of us. And I think both of us have a great opportunity to go do something special for this town. That's the most important thing. I had a guy at the shopping field yesterday. I stopped and got some coffee, and he talked about the things that happened back in the fall. And he said, man, what a wonderful thing for this city. And I'm getting goosebumps right now. And, this is not just about this school. This is about this whole city. In Sylacauga, something positive being put back out there about this name, Sylacauga. That excite him, that excite me, and me and him, we had an opportunity to talk about it. It's very special.
Coach Derek Crawford, the head girls basketball team at Sylacauga High School, and Coach Will Copeland, the boys head basketball coach. And you talk about coming together, the whole community will be letting out early, including the school on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're excited about it. My family's coming in from Florence, and a lot of people from this town's coming over to watch both the boys and the girls play. And we're excited about that, about looking up and seeing all our fans. And like I said, it's not for Coach Crawford or I, it's for these kids in this town. It's making them proud of us.
So we're leaving tomorrow, I guess?
That's correct. We leave, both of us to pull out tomorrow afternoon. He'll practice first, and I'll come behind him and practice. And we get through practice, we'll pull out, and we're pretty much going to stay on our same routine we have up to this point. We leave day before.
Quickly, for both of you, Coach Copeland, we'll start with you. 2 keys to Sylacauga's success in the Final Four.
We've got to not be intimidated by who we play and the atmosphere, and we've got to come out there and play, and we've got to do a good job of defending and blocking out some guys that are a lot bigger than we are, taller than we are, and we've got to just do what we do.
Coach Crawford?
Control the backboards on the glass and handle the press.
And certainly the final moment here with both of you guys, this is not something we should have to say, but we want everybody to go.
Yes.
And we want everybody to be on their best behavior, and let's bring back a state championship to Sylacauga, Alabama.
That's our goal.
All right. Coach, thank you both for being with us this morning.
Yes, sir.
Coach Will Copeland of the Sylacauga High School boys team, Coach Derek Crawford of the girls team. Both play on Wednesday, tip 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock for the girls.
Okay, and then the boys follow that at 4:30, and tickets, $10?
$10.
All right. You got $10? Okay.
I got $10.
Thank y'all both for coming this morning. We got more Daybreak just ahead as we continue on this Monday morning right after this.